Great Miami real estate deals rarely make it to Zillow. Call me if you're looking for access to off-market homes.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Localized Miami. I'm your host, Robert Ruano, and here's where we talk to local leaders and change makers in the community. And today we have my dear friend, Gilbert Arriaza from Gilbert's Bakery. Gilbert's Bakery has been around in Miami-Dade for 50 years this year. Fantastic.
Big number.
Big number, yeah.
We're one of the originals that are still left. I mean, very few of them.
Really?
Yeah.
What other bakeries are around still?
I think Vicky Bakery.
Oh, was
like
50 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think they're like in their 50s also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very few. That's quite a feat.
Yeah, it is.
But also I was reading, and there's an interesting story. I was reading today that the bakeries actually started in Cuba.
That's correct.
Right? Your grandfather and your father-in-law, his brother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
What? Tell me.
I could explain.
Yeah.
I could explain. Yeah. The baking tradition is really 100 years old, is what I say. It's not Gilbert's. I mean, but what's in our blood, it's 100 years old. It's on my mother's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my mom's dad and his brothers essentially had a very large bakery in Cuba, in Camagüey.
Mm-hmm. Across from the train station.
Yeah.
My mother used to go there.
Really?
I'm from Camagüey, brother.
Oh, my God. I didn't know
my family, my grandfather, I was talking to my mother before I came here. Yeah. My mother used to go to that bakery all the time.
Yeah.
She used to go in with me when I was born. But after you didn't have it then. They didn't have it then because they left in 62, right?
They left in 64, I think.
Okay, well, this would have been 66. But my grandfather ran the warehouse in the train station.
Yeah.
So I bet you almost anything that they would have known each other.
That is
because they were right across the street from each other. Isn't that weird?
Unbelievable. Yeah, El Fénix. It started as El Fénix, which was just like a little spot that, like I told you, my mom's side of the family had, and eventually that grew into Pérez Sosa.
Pérez Sosa.
Which are names of my grandfather's aunt, and who they identified as their parents. Actually, my grandfather identified with them as his parents. So it was large. It was a large bakery. I mean, they got to the point that they would ship stuff all around Cuba, and they would come to the United States to get recipes, get machines. It was a real deal.
That's wild. Yeah. She said it was the best bakery there.
Yeah, it was a real deal, and that is kind of like, in a lot of ways, what I think my dad wanted to kind of live up to, and really what I look at sometimes as well, like the model of what you want.
You have Rachel, our wonderful producer over there. Rachel, we have a surprise picture. Can you show the picture of me and Gilbert? This goes back a ways. I want to show you. Look at this picture. You know who that is? On the right is you.
Yeah.
On the left is actually me with dark hair.
Wow. Yeah. I had darker hair there too.
I know you did, of course. Yeah.
What's up with that?
That was Regis House 16th birthday bash.
Amazing.
Must have been the year 2000.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy. Yeah.
And then show the other picture. See if you recognize anybody there. You recognize anybody at the table?
Oh my God. Yes, my wife.
That's right. That's where you met your wife. And I looked for that picture. I found that picture today.
I cannot believe you found that.
Look at that. You can have it later.
That's going to be amazing.
Right?
We were supposed to have met that day, but we didn't.
Really?
Did you know that story?
No. I mean, I think you told me that you met there. Didn't you? You didn't meet at that event?
I didn't meet.
I thought you actually met there.
No. The interesting story is that supposedly I was supposed to meet her friend. I think it's Lek that was next to her. And subsequently, something like that, Eileen I met Eileen eventually. My wife, yeah, thank you. And she wanted to introduce me to Lek. That was it. And in the process of arranging that hookup or whatever you want to call it, she realized that I was the catch. And I realized that she was a catch.
Oh, nice.
So it's been over 20 years already.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That picture is good.
That picture is from 2000, right?
Amazing.
From 2000. Wow.
Amazing.
So, yeah, birthday bash for Regis House, Father Perez Lenena, who did wonderful work over there.
Yeah.
Great man. But let me ask you, though, because obviously 100 years probably baking and baked goods have changed a lot.
A lot.
So how do you, as now, and by the way, my condolences, your father passed away in March. I heard about that.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I knew your father, and he was a great man. He did a great business, brought you up through the business and your family. That's, by the way, before I'll digress. One of the things I love about your family and your business is it's family owned, but it's family operated.
Yeah.
You have your sisters in it.
Yeah.
I think your kids might still be working, or
they help out. They help out
for now. They're young.
You're completely right. I mean, a lot of bakeries these days have been doing franchises or stuff that's no longer owner, founder, operated, and run. No, we're still like that, and everything feels good, and everything hurts when it's not going well.
Right.
And it is a family ordeal, or a family business, and a family effort.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it is.
And obviously, there's a lot of competition. But how do you stay ahead of trends? How do you find out trends? How do you look at new recipes? How does that come about?
That's a good question. You know, really, like you mentioned, my father passed away, but before that process, while my dad was sick, we did a lot of self-analyzing. And since then, we've realized that we have to go back to basics and things that my dad was thinking of when he set up the bakery.
Okay.
How do we come up with new things? We're pretty much just following the same instinct that my dad did. You know, when my dad started, he kind of realized that there was the competition of Cuban bakeries, and he figured that he wanted to venture outside of that. He wanted to have a Cuban bakery that was different. Nowadays, we do the same thing. We realize that we're Cuban, but we bring in cultures as they come into Miami. We feel that we want to make them part of our home. Good. And that inspires us. So how do we come up with things? I mean, we look at trends. We try to analyze, is this like one of these kind of hokey trend that we don't want to latch onto? Or is this a trend that we could take and kind of make our own? So that's usually what we do. I mean, we see things that are either in, like you said, trending. We choose, we do this or we don't do this, come up with something different from what everybody else is doing. Or sometimes we're inspired, like I mentioned, by cultures. I mean, trips, trips.
Can you give an example of something that you've brought here that typically wasn't very well used?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to go back to, say, for instance, in Brazilians. You know, Brazilians, they have this croqueta that's called coxinha. It's a lot similar to a croqueta like you'd have in Miami, but it's a little different because it's stuffed and it has a different shape. Now, we did that to identify many years ago already. I mean, I think it's probably about 10 or 15 years old. We wanted to have something that Brazilians would identify with here. It's an excellent product. We switched the name because coxinha amongst Cubans kind of doesn't sound very good, but we called it salgado. Okay. It's an appetizer that people love that we've been doing for 10, 15 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we do that.
Actually, let me ask you, you probably do, because I know my son loved this, and I'm not sure where it's from. I think it's Colombian, but pan de bono, right? You have that?
See, that's one we don't do.
You don't do that?
No, we don't do the pan de bono.
And I'm surprised because some of the kids love it.
They do. They love it because it's gluten-free. Pan de bono is gluten-free. It's basically just yuca starch.
Oh, it is?
And cheese. And it's a simple recipe. Definitely simple.
Is there a reason why you don't?
No, I mean, I find that nowadays you could find it just about everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. In gas stations and stuff.
Gas stations and so forth. Yeah. It was just one of those, not to say that it wasn't worthy or whatever. It's just one that we didn't latch onto. But I will tell you the cachito, for instance, the Venezuelan cachito. We've been making cachito, not the authentic type that now you're seeing, like, you know, these.
What is cachito? I'm sorry.
Cachito is bread that's stuffed with ham and cheese, or just ham alone. And it's very, very Venezuelan. And before we had such an influx of Venezuelans, we were still having them. We would make them. We would make them with a brioche dough, something similar to the bocadito dough, and we'd stuff it with ham. We've been having that for a long time. But nowadays, you know, the Venezuelan population here is huge, and they have their own places that are so much more authentic and so forth. They are.
Okay. All right. Well, look, you're kind of making me hungry. Maybe that you brought something that we could potentially.
I sure did.
Try something. Let's see here. I think if I stick my hand back here, something will pop up here. Whoa, look at this. Ooh.
Yeah.
So what do we have here?
Well, this one over here, I mean, you made reference to perezosa in Cuba.
Uh-huh.
This over here is something that we've like stuck with forever. I mean, essentially.
I love those little things.
You remember these?
Oh my God, I love them.
Yeah, they're called bocadito francés.
Here, how do we open it?
Yeah, and yes.
That's cool. I think right now you're my favorite guest ever.
Yeah, because I'm the only one that brings food.
You're the only one that's brought food for sure. All right, let me see. I got to try this. And what's in this?
Yeah, the story behind that one is that supposedly in Cuba, kind of like, what I visualize as fancy Cuba. It's basically kind of socialite, or at least that's the stories that I get from my parents and so forth. Housewives would make finger sandwiches for teas or for like parties and so forth. So this was actually made by a housewife in Camagüey. And supposedly my grandfather really took that and flew with it. And that was with perezosa. And over the years after perezosa here in Miami, which did find its way here also after they closed, my dad at Gilbert's, once they closed, they decided to start making the bocadito francés also.
Nice.
So it represents Cuba, it represents Camagüey, it represents perezosa, it represents Gilbert's Bakery. It's a family thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I guess you have different kinds. So this is with ham?
I mean, you asked me what it had.
Yeah,
it's Pullman bread, which is like a white bread, and it's tinted with, not tinted, it's kind of like brushed with marmalade. It's a strawberry marmalade, but it's very lightly. It has cream cheese, it has Swiss cheese, it has ham, and it has pickles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And you don't want one? You've had
I'm
them
good. I'm good. I had a lot before I came.
Rachel and Hugo. You guys are going to enjoy these.
Yeah.
And what do we have here?
And then these over here are basically just a lemon meringue tart. And,
put this one to
really
side.
the only reason why I brought it, I mean, the baker's not only Cuban. Like, we have stuff from all over the place. Very American, but it's our own. The meringue on top, it's very Cuban meringue. But inside, it's a lemon custard that's excellent in a tart.
How do you...
Yeah.
So, oh, God. Oh.
I think this also shows how everything we make is, we need a napkin here.
I think
Don't tell me you're cleaning it in your pants.
Oh, no. I was looking for a napkin, but okay. I'm going to try this. So merengue, the merengue on the top is made with claras, like it's made regular?
It's just claras, which is egg whites and sugar, and that's it. It's simple. It's just different than the American version of a lemon meringue.
God. This is wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice stuff. Yeah,
And
the
really
custard inside, it's like very tart. I think it's great. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
And the merengue is different from the American merengue because generally this is made with what I call raw merengue. It's like egg whites with sugar, and then it peaks, and then you cover the cake and you bake it or whatever. That would be a pie, the American version. Ours is what's called an Italian merengue, which means it's cooked with a syrup. The egg whites are cooked with a hot syrup. So it's a little different. It's a little firmer. You'll see a difference.
Very nice. Very nice. And I'm sure you have the regular merengues that are in the stores. Oh my God, I love those too.
Definitely, yeah.
So right now you have, I know over the years you've changed stores. I love the original one on 37th Avenue across from Coliseum. Tell us where your stores are now.
Yeah, right now we have the one on Red Road and Bird Road at the Red Bird Shopping Center, which is a great store. We love the community there. I know you're part of it.
Yep.
And then we have 2 stores inside Miami International Airport.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're great stores. They're in the South Terminal, pretty much in international flights.
Right. And I think we talked about before, you also do wholesale, or you also bake for restaurants, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a very large commissary that we set up about, I think it was like about 20 years ago or something like that.
2002, maybe?
Yeah, you know well.
I remember.
You do. So obviously we have the capacity. So yeah, we do. I mean, right now we do bread for Apocalypse for their burgers. We have like a big collaboration this weekend for Father's Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With Apocalypse Barbecue?
With Apocalypse Barbecue.
Tell us about it.
Out in Kendall. We're essentially collaborating with them on Father's Day. All the fathers that come and dine in their Kendall store, we're going to give them a free Montego chocolate cake in a cup. You were asking about trends and so forth. Right now, cake in a cup is kind of a trend that's coming around these days. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a cake in a cup, but it's not just any cake. It's basically a Montego chocolate cake that my dad designed for Father's Day. I want to say it was 20 years ago also. For Father's Day 20 years ago, he designed that, and it's a chocolate cake, layers of kind of reddish chocolate and like dark chocolate cake with a chocolate mousseline, and then it has the piece de resistance. It has Jamaican rum.
Oh, nice.
Jamaican rum. So it's an interesting combination. Chocolate, I mean, a lot of people don't usually have it with rum, but it's a good combination. We're celebrating it for fathers that go dine at Apocalypse. You know, we welcome everybody to go over there. I mean, they're going to have amazing barbecue and amazing cake to top it off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think, and I mentioned earlier, I think, is New Times came out with their Best of Miami 2026, and you guys had the Reader's Choice for Best Bakery. Congratulations.
Wow. Yeah.
And Best Cortadito, which I think you said you've always had the best cortadito, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We feel that we've always had the best cortadito. And I think like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, we were honored that we were selected for New Times, and we consistently won that. And I mean, it was a surprise about the best bakery. I'm very happy. I feel very honored. I'm going to have to go back and look into that. Yeah, excellent.
So now I know it's a family business, which I love. It's family owned and operated. So I'm curious. So unfortunately, your dad passed away. You were getting ready for it, I'm sure. But how does that change the trajectory of the business? I mean, you've been in the business now over 20 years, probably, right?
Yeah.
When you came back from college?
Yeah, I think it has. I don't count it, but it feels about that long. It feels about that long.
And so what happens now? I mean, this is a as you know, it's a stage where the next generation.
Correct.
Although you had been taken over, but it's still the next generation. So what are your plans? Like what's in the next generation?
I'll agree with you that it's something that we're thinking about right now. I mean, normally for us, the transition was very easy. It really was, because the bakery was our home. It was our home. It was where we would essentially spend time with my mom and my dad. So it was very easy for us to like come back into it. Not that it was ever forced on us. It was something that we wanted to do. The next generations are a little different because they're growing up and they have choice. You know, essentially my wife does something else. We do the bakery. They have choice about whether to hang out at home with my mom, with their mom, or hang out at the bakery with their dad. Obviously, we have like family time and so forth. So right now, I don't know what the future holds. I really don't. I mean, we've had, most of my nephews, nieces, my own kids, at some point or other, they've gone through the bakery. So they know what it is. They know the sacrifices behind them. They know what it is. They're trying to develop their lives right now. I don't know what the future holds in terms of them. We'll see. As far as we're concerned, like the ones that are operating it, my sisters, myself, I mean, we're still very, very energized by the business. I mean, we love the business. We have a lot of things going on. So we're just pushing along. I mean, as long as we have that energy behind us, that's what we're doing. And the future, if one of the kids or nephews or whatever find that there's an interest, great. If there's someone that wants to roll in, I mean, we have excellent employees also. I've often thought about that, like a trajectory that may involve employees of ours, employees that have been dedicated to the business and have really been contributing positively for a very long time.
You have long-term employees, right?
We have some employees that have been with us for a very long time.
Yeah, that's great.
So, the options are all there. I mean, we're excited about our future. I mean, we have big things going on now. I mean, right now at the airport, the 2 stores in the airport, they're getting huge remodels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very large remodels.
You guys have to pay for that?
Yeah.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we have over $1 million investing in the airport stores. So we're very happy about that. We think that we're going to bring a fresh look to not only to the bakery, but to the airport. I mean, we've got like some really interesting interior design work that I'm excited about for one of the stores. And we have kind of like a new concept that's in the works for a second store. So we have like fun things coming up.
Great.
That I'm excited about.
Well, we haven't talked about one of my favorite things at your stores.
What's
the pasteles?
The pasteles.
Pastel de guayaba, pastel de carne.
Yeah, that's your favorite?
Yeah, the pasteles are the best. And
which is your favorite?
I would say guayaba. Pastel de guayaba is the best,
Yeah.
It's a thing. We haven't talked about that, pasteles, which are amazing.
Yeah.
But the cakes, I've had your cakes for years. You did the cake for our wedding, remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And you did the cake for Regis House 16th. It was a beautiful cake.
That's true. I remember that.
So people, I always think of your cakes and love your cakes for special occasions, or there's always cakes there.
Yeah.
But you also make, what's it called? Because a lot of places don't do it or do it well. There's that cake that Cubans like with the fruit on top. What is it? ¿Cómo se llama?
¿Qué de fruta?
Bueno, it's got the como almíbar and
it has a glaze on top.
Yeah. What is that?
That's very traditional.
Right.
That's very traditional.
Because my mother would order it from you guys special, right?
Are you talking about the one with the fruits or the ones that doesn't have fruit on top?
I think it has fruit.
Oh, so then it's el que de fruta, they call it. It's a generic que de fruta. Generally, it's filled with pineapple.
Okay.
And it's covered with, and this is going to sound horrible to a lot of people, that egg yolk custard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
Yeah, it's called yema. Yema is what they call it. Cover it with that. Then you put like fresh fruit on top. And then you put a glaze on top, which is what you're kind of like focusing in on.
Yes.
But yeah, that cake, very traditional. Also very traditional for us was el que de nata.
Que de nata, what is that?
Que de nata, it's whipped cream. It's basically a whipped cream cake. That's one that when my dad started the bakery, I think there was at one point, he even wanted to call it La Casa del Que de Nata or something like that, like as a sideline or whatever. A lot of people have memories of that. That is one that we've kind of brought back through a Japanese style. Because there's Japanese cakes that are very similar to a whipped cream cake.
Okay.
I like those whipped cream cakes. So we've kind of tried to revive that cake, that traditional cake in a Japanese style. But yeah, the que de fruta, very traditional. We still make it. El que camagüeyano.
Camagüeyano.
El camagüeyano. Your mom is
camagüeyano.
Yeah,
yes, definitely.
Your mom is one that's going to remember that one. That was made with chocolate and vanilla natilla.
That's special ordered, right?
It's special ordered.
Okay. You remind me, I should order one for my mom. My mother just turned 90 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. That really is.
Yeah.
That really is.
So I'm going to get her a que de como? De camagüey?
Que camagüeyano.
Que camagüeyano.
I'll have to remember that one. When's her birthday?
Oh, it just passed.
Oh, it just passed.
She just turned.
I'll get one of those for you. Just to celebrate.
Awesome. And I love, anybody out here, I love the Redbird store.
Yeah.
That is my store. It's my neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's a lovely woman over there that works on the weekends, a blonde, real pretty blonde hair.
Yeah.
She's the nicest person.
She is. Yeah, I know
She's been
exactly
there
who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Super sweet. Super
really sweet.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's beautiful too.
Yeah.
Beautiful lady. Yeah. She is.
But that's great. So you've got now the 3 stores. You're selling to Apocalypse. You've got the whole Miami at your feet now, brother.
Yeah. No.
You know, you got in the airport. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you deliver like out of state and stuff? I would think that people.
We do. We don't. It's not like a big part of our business, but we do that. I mean, we do. I mean, there's people that are, for instance, you mentioned the pastel de guayaba. There's groups of people that say that our guava filling is better than most guava filling.
I agree.
Like, so pies, like guava pies, they love
delicious.
That. They love that. So yeah, that's something that we ship often and so forth. But really the bulk of our business is really the airport, and at our Miami store, it's largely catering. It's parties.
Where at the
Redbird shopping
really
center.
A lot of catering.
Yeah, I'd say that over 50% of our sales, it's basically parties, and that's really where we're kind of like seeing that we're excelling in.
Okay.
I mean, we've got customized menu planners that one of my sisters is kind of leading that front. We're doing parties that are completely custom, theme-based, and so forth. I mean, we're going into homes and actually having tablescapes and stuff like that. So
what's a tablescape? Sorry.
A tablescape is basically, a lot of times, you know, you're going to have a party. You want it to look super nice. A lot of times, you know, the homeowner is going to want to like set this up here. This is pretty. This is pretty. But when you have someone that's like professional or whatever, you're going to do a setup where everything seems to fit together. You know, and
different levels and stuff, right?
Different levels, and it's a presentation that's like beyond what you'd get like at Publix, for instance, or beyond what you'd get like anywhere else. It's not just a tray in the middle of the table. You know, you'll have like leaves underneath it, or you'll have like themes with it. You know, like maybe purses or something set up where the table is now, you know, like all adorned. You know, all to the theme, you know. So that's really where I think where we're driving, like an area. I mean, we're obviously still doing the pastelito de guayaba, we're still doing the bocadito francés, you know, but the area that we're finding that we're, you know, finding success in that no one else is doing is in fitting that spot between a Publix or a Comida por Libra and a professional caterer, like a high-level professional caterer.
But do you do different things for that catering that you don't have in your stores?
A lot. Of stuff. Yeah. I mean, our stores, we've actually, over time, we've decreased we've done it on purpose. We've decreased the amount of items that we have. You know, we've I think on our pastelitos, we used to have every day we used to have pastelito de chorizo, pastelito de mango, pastelito de
coco, no?
The coco we still have.
Oh, you do?
That's my favorite pastelito.
It is? Really?
Yeah.
I don't like coconut.
Yeah. So, oh man, that's my favorite. But anyhow, and the croquettes. I mean, we had a point that we had, I think, like 15 different croquette styles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So those we still have, and we'll fry it to whoever wants it or whatever. But we've reduced the amount of items that we have at the store to make sure that everything is like, you know, kick ass. But for catering, you know, we're continuously coming up with new stuff. Continuously.
So we have about 4 minutes left, and I want you to get the last word and tell us a lot of good things. But I have a serious question that hopefully a lot of people have this question. What's the difference between Cuban bread and Puerto Rican bread?
Oh, yeah.
What is the difference?
El pan sobao is the Puerto Rican bread.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pan sobao.
Okay.
And from what I understand, I don't make Puerto Rican bread.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't. I don't. But Puerto Rican bread, I believe, has sugar in it.
Oh, okay.
It has sugar in it. So the sugar is what adds a humidity to the bread.
Okay.
And supposedly, like, you know, some of the stories that I've read over time and stuff like that, it was really found to be a bread that lasts longer.
Oh, I see. Okay?
But I will tell you a difference, because the Cuban bread is another one that I find that I have some very tried and true, very fanatical customers about our Cuban bread.
I remember they come out to the back there real hot in the morning.
And I think the difference, and I'll tell you, there's no secret to it. The difference is the amount of lard that we put in it. That's what it is. Really, what we sell a Cuban bread for is always at a loss. We never make any money on our Cuban bread.
Wow.
Never do. If anything, on wholesale, like you were mentioning wholesale, on wholesale bread, Cuban bread, I always market even more expensive than I sell it at the store. And I do it because my dad always said, and it's something that we've always stuck to, if you have good Cuban bread, you're going to have people coming into the store, and whatever else they buy, that's where you're going to make your profit, you know? And it's true. And our Cuban bread lasts longer, and it lasts longer only because of the lard, the amount of lard in it. On the Puerto Rican ones that, like you were mentioning, the sugar adds a lot of humidity, and then that humidity is the one that gives you shelf life. You know,
I see.
Softer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard about it a couple years ago. I think I've only tried it once, but I was like, what is the difference here? They look the same. So
really, you think they look the same? I think they look completely different.
Really? I mean, I don't know.
But
who knows? You're the baker.
I'm a little more critical.
You're the baker.
That's what
I'm not the baker.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
All right, we got a minute left, and I will say thank you for being here first and remembering your lifestyle. You've probably been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. You still do that?
No, I don't still do that.
Oh,
I don't. But I will tell you, I mean, if there's a problem, I do get up regardless.
Okay.
But no.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, those days are gone, and it hurts. It hurts when I have to do it.
Yeah, I bet.
But if it has to be done, it has to be done, man.
Yeah.
The show must go on, right?
Yeah. So we got about a minute left. We're talking with Gilbert Arriaza, owner of Gilbert's Bakery. So got about a minute left. Tell us, what kind of last words do you want to leave us with? Gilbert's Bakery, best bakery, Reader's Choice, Best of Miami, and Best Cortadito, 50 years in Miami.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, like, we're super ecstatic that we're going to be celebrating our 50-year anniversary. We're super ecstatic about that. I feel that we've been around in the community for a very long time. We're very grateful to the community. We're essentially proud to continue offering something that's a little bit different than everybody else. I mean, that's really what we strive for. It's having catering that's a little different, a little nicer maybe. We've come up with that we're always tasteful. That's like our challenge. You know, we self-evaluate all the time, and we're wondering, are we being tasteful? You know, because that's what we want to project, like being tasteful in every regards. So that's what we're doing, and we hope we're here, like, 50 more years.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
I hope the next generation starts working with you and it stays around for a long time.
I'm excited about that. A lot of fun things going on with the culinary community in Miami. I'm excited, and I'm really energized with a lot of the young people in the community and like the food trucks and the new startups. I mean, that's something I want to help. That's another thing that, we do.
That's great. All right. Thank you very much, Gilbert Arriaza from Gilbert's Bakery. Folks, this has been another edition of Localized Miami here at Community Newspapers. Thank you to our producer, Rachel, our production assistant, Hugo in the back, Michael and Grant Miller. And we have our next show, which is next Friday, which is, it's June 26th at 3 p.m. Special guest, Ariel Fernandez, City of Coral Gables Commissioner. Cool. We'll be talking to him next Friday at 3 p.m. Thank you very much, Gilbert. It's been a pleasure. Take care. Okay. Thank you all.